time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 648. We are that podcast that talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
I'm Ari Rockefeller.
And I am Mako-chan.
And how is everybody doing tonight?
Oh god, I'm freaking exhausted.
Me too.
I'm not as exhausted. I'm just aggravated about this week. And I'll probably get into that in just a bit. So, anywho, sorry about the delay. I do what Bobby Blackwolf does. I reboot my computer before every stream, and I keep forgetting to lately. And I got a new extension cord, heavy duty extension cord to run instead of having. Or I had to after I run, I had to disconnect and plug into it and run the cabling that way for the power and all of that. Last minute stuff, you gotta love it. So, so enough about that. Let's get on with the show tonight. We are live tonight, week of October 1st, 2024, right here on Twitch TV. We're here live Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. You will always find us at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session, which is the home of our live streams. And we're also proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network at vognetwork.com. You will find them at vognetwork.com. And they're also on Twitch as well, so you should check them out and show them support because we're proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network family, proud affiliate, and so forth. And you will find them at Twitch TV/vognetwork. And then come and hang on our Discord, vognetwork.com/Discord. Every show is part of the Voice of Geeks Network. Has their own channel, so come through, hang out, and have a good time with us. So, yeah, that's basically the longest. And also, I decided to have ceiling light on that connected with the dueling lamps here and the LED light here, and having it set for bright white as opposed to soft white, whatever that is. I think it gives like a decent color in here. So
You
got that
keep
out. Say what?
You keep cutting out.
Ari, am I cutting out?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Because what's funny is the mic is picking everything up. So let me readjust the microphone arm. Okay. Right. There. How's that?
Not good for now.
All right. That's fine. I'm going to assume when I was back in the old place where the acoustics was, I guess it would bounce differently. So if I moved around a lot, it really didn't matter. I guess here is a lot more precise. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm no audio engineer, nor am I an audio technician. I'm a PC tech. That's what I do. So anywho, let's get on with it as I pull up other stuff in the background. So Ari, how was your week? How was your day? Tell us about the move.
This has been a gigantic pain in the ass.
Do I need the Benny Hill theme for you, sir?
Moving you.
No, but... Huh? You broke up again.
I said moving usually is.
Oh, okay. But, yeah, it was just... I mean, the actual day that they came to move all the big things was... You know, that wasn't the issue. I mean, the company was very professional. They were, you know, and apparently, you know, they, like, the worst ones are like when people are moving out or like people are getting divorced, whenever, and there's like, you know, arguments with the people, or what's getting, you know, taken and what's not getting moved. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But no, the worst part of it came when because they didn't take because you know they didn't have a very reliable like credit system. Well, you know, any way to like swipe a card.
Mm-hmm.
I had to run over. I had to run to my bank and withdraw cash. Tried going to the ATM and said, "Sorry, your daily limit has been exceeded." So I just figured, screw this. I'll go inside and talk to talk to one of the tellers and just withdraw it from there. Oh no, no, that's not what happened. Because remember, a couple months ago when I when my accounts got hijacked and I got all my money cleaned out and I had to
Yeah.
go
Mm-hmm.
this big rigmarole in getting it all back.
Yes.
There was still a hard hold on my account for you know for fraud, which means that when I was at my bank with my card asking for my money, they were like, "No, we can't do that." And I was talking to a clerk for about half an hour, and I was on. They said, "Sorry, you're gonna have to call our like call people call the corporate number to get it sorted out."
Right.
And that was another half an hour. And then I finally got sorry, it's just really frustrating to talk about. I finally got through to somebody and was on speakerphone with with the with corporate, the teller, and the teller's manager. You know, and finally they got the blocks taken off my account so I can actually get the cash out and actually pay these people.
Okay, Cedar Berry wants to know when you went to talk to the bank clerk, was their name Dante or Randall?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. It was also super frustrating because I had to remind myself that it wasn't the clerk's fault, like it wasn't the teller's fault, it wasn't the bank manager's fault, and not just blow up on them inconsiderately.
Hmm.
But I eventually got everything, got all the furniture moved in. I
That's
got
good.
I got the cable and internet set up yesterday. Unfortunately, it, new router, new new cable box, new everything.
Yeah.
But I'm on a wireless connection for my for my PC because the living room where the connection is downstairs, and like down here, and the office where I have my computer is up here. And unless I'm gonna get like a 75-foot cable and run it all through the house and have it pinned against walls and floorboards and whatnot, this is what I'm gonna have to deal with. I mean, it's not that big an issue for me. I mean, this
Pers-
runs
Personally, I don't see the
yeah.
problem is you're talking to somebody who has done 100-foot runs for a wired connection, okay? In the place that I'm in right now, I was this close to ordering a coupler online and just running a 100-foot cable from it's not from the actual Fios router. They have extension Wi-Fi adapter like access point out there. From that in here. Now, instead of that, I actually went out and got a power line adapter. I have that running. That's plugged in the common area, and the adapter's plugged into the kitchen, which the other one's plugged in down here. And the connection coming in, I have maybe about anywhere between around 300 megs up and 300 megs down, something like that. So maybe a power line adapter could work for you, because as long as you have like 100 megs up and down, that's all that really matters for streaming. So,
Hmm.
no, I'm actually doing a speed test right now while I'm going live. That's going to be fun.
But other than that, it's mostly not like I was not nearly as prepared as I thought I was going to be because I still have I don't know in the days leading up, days and weeks leading up to it, my brain's just completely turned off or shut down or froze up or whatever when it came to moving shit back and forth from the
Mm-hmm.
old place to the new one. And I still have the apartment until the end of this month as the terms of the release, the release from my lease.
Mm-hmm.
So I still have to get my dishes, uh, my cookware, clothes. Most of my like some of my clothes. I'm gonna donate a bunch of them to
Right.
uh, Goodwill because I don't want them anymore, and they might wreck my new closet. And well, you know, I'm not all that like I won't be upset about like missing like food, like food and whatnot, except
Mm-hmm.
for like a couple things because like I haven't been cooking as much as I want to, and I'm like, how long has this shit been sitting in here? Like, fuck it, I'll just let it go. I'll just get rid of it. Waste of money, but it's better than just hauling it around when I don't have to.
I mean, in a way, I mean that does make sense. So, because when I did my move, like I only took like half of my dishware set because it's like it's just me. I'll have a second plate just in case. I took all of my silverware.
Huh.
I left a lot of shit behind because I'm like I have no point for it. I don't need it. And when I move into a new place, I'll just get something better. So that's all I really cared about. So
I mean, the stuff I have has been working for me just fine. I don't want to get rid of it. And some of the stuff is I've had for a while that I'm really not too keen on letting go for
no,
only because I've had it since I've moved it. Moved to my apartment.
no, I totally get that. Believe you me. Overall, moving fucking sucks. That's all. That's the long and short of it.
Yeah, and I have a mountain of boxes and whatnot that I still haven't completely cleaned out.
Mm,
Like I'm freaking tripping over them. It's. I just thought that I would have been better prepared for this, or
let's
it would
be
have gone a lot smoother.
let's be real here. Nobody is properly prepared for a move. Nobody. Now,
Let Let's be real here. I moved 2.5 years ago, and my garage is still filled with boxes that I have not gone through. So
Huh.
take a little bit of time and going through everything that you want to is not a bad thing.
mm-hmm. Like when I moved into my old place in Brooklyn. I mean, look, I was lucky. Every weekend, Saturday, Sunday, I was throwing stuff into a cart and I was moving stuff left and right. Stuff I did not need right away, I was moving down, and that's what I did. And thankfully, I had a few friends to help me move stuff, and we just walked it over and came back. And then that Thursday before the big move, I had to help move a fucking refrigerator. And after that, I said I would never move a refrigerator again as long as I live, but did it twice
Well, I got
afterwards.
lucky in that regard because my place came with a new refrigerator, uh, washer. Well, it had a refrigerator, a dishwasher,
Mm-hmm.
and a washer. So, you know, that wasn't that big of a deal.
I get that. Then the big day of the move, thankfully with Mako's help, I was able to get the rest of the stuff moved down. So now, as for
Hmm.
this new place, it was a fucking rush job. That's part of the reason why I'm still bitter about the whole thing. But I think that when you move, only way you would get it properly done right, like if you actually have a month, like if you know you're moving or whatever, or you have the idea of moving, you start packing up shit that you're not gonna need right away. That's what
I mean,
I
that's what I did.
that's what I did too. But the issue was I had very limited space, so I can only pack so many boxes without this place looking all crowded. So I refused to put myself through that. And
Yeah, I've been here about a week or so far, and I'm still in in the, in the mindset of, oh shit, like, now what do I do? I didn't
hmm,
think I'd get this far.
that's just life in general. I see the Berry says my uncle also still has a couple of boxes in the garage when he moved down a few years ago as well, and he says that they still have a couple of boxes from the first move from 6 years ago. Yeah, there is stuff I had boxed, I had unpacked, and I threw right back in the box. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna see this shit from me, so I was like, fuck it. So I would just say on your time off, just unpack a little bit at a time and just set up the way you want to, because it's your house.
Yeah, let's feel good knowing that it's my house. So,
Now, is the mortgage cheaper than your rent?
no, it isn't, but it's still manageable.
All right, so okay, that's all I really care about. That's all I want to know.
And the union takes good care of us with the pay raises and whatnot. So
That's good.
I shouldn't be too hard up for money.
Good. I'm probably gonna.
Of course, another thing I have to deal with is cultivate the backyard because I am not very outdoorsy or very like you know hand not handsy. I don't do well with building and taking care of things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with it.
That's what YouTube is for.
I mean, granted, the area of the backyard is about as big as this office and maybe the hallway out there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still like when I had the cable guy here to fix my cable, get it all hooked up, he was like, first thing you got to put out here is a grill. I'm like, I appreciate the support, but one thing at a time.
But you can't blame
Uh,
him for saying that, though.
oh, obviously not, but and I've had tutorials on how to build your own barbecue, like brick barbecue pit on YouTube.
That's
Saved in
good.
favorites for a while, just in case.
Sounds good to me. Mako-chan, how was your week and how was your day?
I'll be right back.
Going. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and okay.
Seems legit. Was that 4 OKs or 5?
Uh, 3.
Close enough.
I had to think back on that one. But yeah, I mean, this past weekend, went to a concert in
Mm-hmm.
Atlantic City. Had a lot of fun. It was a damn good time.
Yes, it was.
Rick. Um, but yeah, that's about it. Just work and back here and more work and back here and you know, putting more applications out there and hoping like hell that I can get out of where I am.
Mm-hmm. So my weekend day has been pretty good. Like I said, went to a concert with Mako. We had a great time overall. Um, I actually went out and bought brand new sneakers, and I gotta take them back.
You have to take them back.
Yup, I have to take them back.
Why?
They're too small. I underestimated when my feet shrank.
Did you not try them on while you were there?
I did. They were snug, and I always wore. And whenever I buy new sneakers, they're always a little snugged, and after a couple of days, they kind of fit right in. Time, not so
You,
much.
Well,
they didn't feel good after you broke them in, I guess.
Basically,
there's a difference between snug and broken in.
yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
If they're, yeah. Are you gonna find some place out there,
Yeah.
or
No, I've already found a place. I have to. There are 2 Skechers locations in Queens. The one I normally go to only has 1 pair. There's another store a couple of blocks down that I can go to and do the swap out, which will be tomorrow. But what's interesting is one of the pairs of sneakers that I bought are now available as a slip-on, and I've bought this style before. I believe I think those fit fine. I walked around in those all day. Those fit absolutely fine. I think they just put an extra space in there because they're slip-on style. Now the fancy ones, those are ones that kind of hurt. So thankful. So, yeah. And I talked to one of my coworkers, and I knocked on her. I knocked on her office door. She's like, come in." I'm like, "I need a mom moment." She's like, "Yeah," yeah, and I explained it to her, and she was like, "Yeah, you need better. You need to go to next size up because I was raised, when you buy a new pair of sneakers and you put no when you try on a pair of sneakers, you're supposed to put your thumb at the top. If your thumb goes down between the top, I mean at the top of the sneaker, and where your big toe is, it's the wrong size. You got to go down a half a size or something like that. It's supposed to be like halfway or something like that. Or when you put your thumb down on the top of the sneaker, it just feels comfy. Now, I will say this:
Pardon me.
these are a wide width. If these were a double wide, it would be a no. It would be a no brainer. But part of the issue is it's hard to find decent sneakers in a double wide, so I have to go 10 wide. Which for the most part I'm used to, which I don't mind. I'm just, but I have a. What's the thing is, I have a pair of boots for Luigi that are a size 9, and they fit like a glove. I'm just like, really? But anywho, that's neither here nor there. And I think I have a pair of snow boots that are the same way. So that's being taken care of. That's fine. I'll wear my chill black Sailor Moon Vans to work tomorrow. No harm, no foul. So that I picked up The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of the Wind, or whatever. Guess what it's called? Echoes of the Wind.
Echoes of Wisdom.
Echoes of Wisdom. That's what it is. And I will say this much: the learning curve on this is vastly different. Because remember, you are not running around with a sword and shield. You are using items to attack. You're using spirits of items and creatures to do your fighting and so forth. I'm getting used to that. I so I was on the geek round. I'm really off for today. So anyhow, I'll get into that just today. That's basically been my weekend day. Work, to a concert, figuring life out as I go along, which is something that we're all doing. Anywho, let's get into some housekeeping. Wonderful. I like that. So I want to let you know that episodes of this podcast are available in video form on our YouTube page, youtube.com/anime jam session. Click on playlists and you see the podcast right there. Or I think if you click on podcasts, it pops up. I keep forgetting because I don't pay attention like I should. Episodes will usually be up Thursdays at 12 noon. So I'm actually starting to get in the habit of editing the audio and the video on the same night so that tomorrow, if I think about, I'll upload everything tonight, or if I don't, all the heavy lifting is done tonight. So there's that. I want to tell you about an upcoming segment, not segment, but a weekly stream by my friend Wisteria. She is doing what's called Fans View Friday. So this is also in honor of the founder and the creator of a Fans View, Kevin Lillard. So what she does, she goes through Kevin's photos for every convention he's covered and talks and discuss it. And she does this on Fridays. It's Fans View Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific, which is 10 p.m. Eastern. And you can find her at Twitch TV/WisteriaWT. And this week's show is Animazement 98, which is near and dear to my heart because that was my very first convention. And what's interesting is when I was packing everything up, I found my Animazement 98 program book. Man, I cannot wait until I get that new extension cable for the headphones. So, yeah, this is it right here. And I don't know if it'll show too well, but this was back when the con used to be in the springish era, March 20th to the 22nd. And I found this, and I'm going through it. And this was back when the books were big and they were black and white. And in here, tell you about the panels, places to eat and stuff. Like Animation was where I first discovered Applebee's. Okay, and as I'm going through all of this, I did not realize I had autographs in. I have autographs from Dave Underwood, who was the voice of God in the Oh My Goddess dub. I have Linnell Markgraf's autograph, who is the voice of Erd in the Oh My Goddess dub. I see Julia Cesario and Scott Simpson. I met them years later and got their autograph. And that autograph, I don't know where it went. Somewhere. Also on here is Apollo Smiles autograph. So there's that. Oh, you can see here. And what made me break this out and hold on to it as opposed to putting it in in storage was there is a little paragraph of my friend Steve Bennett, or as I like to call him, Uncle Steve. There's a complete bio on him as a guest of honor. So I'm like, on our Thursday night chats, I'm like, I have to break this out and show him. And it put a smile on his face. So, Animazement has a special place near and dear in my heart. There's other things that happen, but I will not get into that because, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. It wasn't bad, but I'm just like, I'm not going to get into it. So definitely check out her stream, Fans View Friday. So let's see. Pull this up back again. It's Twitch TV/ Wisteria, WISTERA WT, Animazement 98. That's what she's doing. Maybe I'll put a little poplet up here or something like to let people know. We'll figure it out. So it's all good in the hood. Let's see what else do we have here. We have a couple of anime conventions coming up. Another Anime Con in Westford, Massachusetts, October 18th to the 20th. Come through, hang out with us. It'll be a great time. This is one of those cool, awesome, small conventions. Which, by the way, their hotel sells out quick for a small con. Oh, yes, another thing I forgot to talk about during my weekend day. Zenkai-Con Hotel Hunger Games. I think I'm at that point where I'm done with it, but we'll see. And also, at the end of the month, we have DerpyCon. We're going back. They have an awesome guest that we want to see. Plus, we'll give them another try. It's October 25th to the 27th in New Brunswick, New Jersey. It's the New Brunswick Hyatt. If you take NJ Transit down and when you get off the train, go left and go down the hill. The hotel's on the right. You legitimately can't miss it. All that is for that. So now we're going to get into Geek Roundtable. This is where we talk about the geekier aspects of our life and what cool stuff that we've done. So Ari, what's going on with you with Geek Roundtable?
Well, the office is a little bare bones as it stands, but gotta be honest. Once I got the cable hooked up, I got my PS5 and my Switch all hooked up with the all new networks and whatnots, and I started playing through got back into Street Fighter 6, playing through the side campaign where you finally get to learn from Terry Bogard.
That's pretty cool.
And now that Heihachi has been released as DLC for Tekken 8, I gotta go back into that and play the rest of that, like I guess the epilogue to the story.
Wasn't he dead?
He got thrown into a volcano at the end of Tekken 7.
Jesus.
But he's alive.
Guess you can't keep a good villain down.
Yeah, you know how like Star Wars had somehow Palpatine returned? Yeah, both Street Fighter and Tekken have had that with their main villains. Like somehow M. Bison returned, or somehow Heihachi returned. And yeah, it's been pretty divisive. Let's just leave it at that.
Fair enough. All right, Mako. Please describe to people that are participating and listening about your Lego figures.
Yeah, so the convention we went to a couple weeks back, um, one of the booths that was set up was selling Lego minifigs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some obviously official, some obviously not so much, uh, but I had to have. So I got myself a Loki, I got myself a Deadpool, I got myself a Keanu Reeves with guns, and
Oh, John Wick.
yes, on Wick, and I got myself a Kakashi.
Kashi Sensei.
Yeah. Uh, and each one of them is basically holding their weapon or power of choice. Um, yeah, and Deadpool is the most tricked out ones because not only does he have his swords, but he has guns as well.
But it's also Deadpool.
Yes,
Because Deadpool.
yes. I'm actually very tempted um, to paint his stuff so it's a little bit more accurate.
You would.
I would.
Okay. Let me just send this link over here real quick. Oh, all right. So for my geek roundtable, is besides the fact that I am wearing my Luna T-shirt that I got as a Christmas gift, and I told my coworker that we're kind of matching each other because she has Usagi as a tattoo on her forearm, so and an anime style. So I thought that was kind of cool. So outside of that, I just finished watching episode 9 of what is that anime? I just talked about it on my personal Facebook real quick. Good, I still have the link up. Isla sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. I like this anime because one of the things is each ending theme is something different and it's something you've heard before. Um, I think they take. I think one ending theme is just from Ranma One Half, or if not, it's something that I know. So there's that. One of the voices sounds very familiar to me, so I'm kind of been like going down a rabbit hole to find out who it is because. And I was thinking about this. Remember back in the day when you bought anime on DVD or Blu-ray, and when you watched the credits, they'd have the full Japanese credits, and then they would add the English language, like the credits for the English dub and the people that helped put it together and all of that. Now, when you watch anime, they don't even do that at all. I mean, what High Dive used to do was at the end of the ending credits, they would just roll a black screen up and they would just roll the translate credits, and everybody that worked on the dub and all of that. Now they don't even do that. I think it would be kind of cool if they hadn't, when you watch it up, so you could see an option there for translate credit opening and ending, something like that. That would be kind of cool. But I don't see that happening, but the thought would be kind of cool though. Let's see. Echoes of Wisdom. I had mentioned that earlier. That is a pretty good game. I am getting in a little bit at a time and working on the first quote unquote dungeon. So there's that. Again, like I said, it has a bit of a learning curve, but it's still a fun game though. I also picked up Karate Kid Street Justice, or oh, there it is. The Karate Kid Street Rumble. I have one major issue with the game. It is the graphics. Now, before you get at me about the graphics, I understand it's a retro title. That's the main reason why I picked it up. But it shouldn't look like stretch pixelated 8-bit graphics. I will say this. If I bought this for Switch and I was playing this on my Switch non-docked, it would look great at because it's on a small screen. Big screen, not so much. When they did the graphics for this, they should have gone 16-bit. Like, if you remember the arcade Turtles games, that. Or
Uh-huh.
if they were going to go 8-bit, it should have been more, slightly more detailed. I mean, like, look at Blaster Master Zero, 1, 2, and 3. Those are HD 8-bit games, retro games. And even on a 43-inch screen like mine, it doesn't look stretched or pixelated. And it just feels kind of repetitive because I think I've already gone through 3 stages, and the boss for two of those stages was Johnny Lawrence. Yes, I get that it's based on the all 3 movies, so and it just I think they should have taken they should have taken a play from Scott Pilgrim. Honestly, I think that's what they should have done. And I'm hoping that there's DLC that covers the next Karate Kid, because we don't talk about the other Karate Kid. It doesn't exist. So, anywho, let's get into tonight's stories. We are running late because we started late and we've derailed like a motherfucker. So, let's go ahead and get the show on the road tonight. First thing we're going to discuss that Mako will tell us about Crunchyroll with free streaming horror anime. Well, it is that time of the year.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So obviously for October, Crunchyroll's premium anime streaming service is adding over a dozen new titles to its free-to-watch AVOD collection. In the spirit of Halloween, this lineup encompasses a wide variety of genres from edgy dark fantasies like Overlord and Hell's Paradise to spine-chilling Junji Ito horror stories. So they did announce a special lineup in a recent press release from October 1st to 31st. Those without a paid membership will have access to every season of 20 additional series from Crunchyroll's 1,300 plus anime catalog. Some of these works include Soul Eater and Devil May Cry, which will also be added to Crunchyroll's 24/7 anime channel, which will feature an exclusive series of titles from Halloween onward. So this limited time program block will be available from October 28th through November 1st on the 24/7 channel. The complete list is Angels of Death, Another, Attack on Titan, Berserk, Blood Blockade, Battlefront, Chainsaw Man, Danganronpa the animation, Devil May Cry, Hell's Paradise, Hellsing Ultimate, Higurashi When They Cry, Junji Ito Collection, Maruku-chan, Overlord, Soul Eater, The Case Study of Vanitas, The Future Diary, The Promised Neverland, Tokyo Ghoul, and X. Yeah, so if you are into the various things, if you like psychological horror, you'll want to check out Angels of Death. Also for psychological horror is The Promised Neverland.
Oh!
Is it psychological horror? Classic kind of 20s, 2000s is Hellsing Ultimate. Overlord, they're a little bit more on the traditional horror kind of monster things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you're into that, have a look. I can tell you right now that the few series on here that I've seen, being Attack on Titan, Devil May Cry, Hellsing Ultimate, the Junji Ito collection, Soul Eater, Promised Neverland, Tokyo Ghoul, they're all definitely worth a watch during the season if you are into those kinds of things.
I don't think Attack on Titan should be on that list, but I understand why it's there. I don't see it. I don't see it as like a horror anime or anything like that. I get it because you got these titans eating. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, some of the titles on there are not really scary horror.
Mm-hmm.
Just they have elements.
Then you might as well throw School Days on that list too.
Obviously, there are quite a few that
Mhm.
could be added to that list. But there are people that like Halloween type shows and
Mhm.
movies that don't like to be scared. So I look at it more of like a Godzilla-esque kind of thing,
Yeah.
which again, a lot of people end up watching all of those kinds of movies during Halloween as well.
Mhm. I mean, I saw Chainsaw Man. I mean, I kind of borders back and forth that I get, and I every time I fire up Crunchyroll, I keep seeing somebody watching Miryuko-chan, so I might add that to my list. But seeing Attack on Titan here just reminds me that I need to actually sit down and actually finish watching that. And if we're gonna do Halloween, let's just throw Full Metal Alchemist up in there too. So why not? Science fiction horror, you know. They tried to bring their mother back.
Oops.
Ninja Scroll is, oh yeah, I can see Ninja Scroll being up there. And I am so glad I found that Blu-ray for like $10 on eBay. Oh, oh man. Ari, what's going on with this new anime deal that Max has?
Well, let's see. Warner Brothers Discovery's Max, formerly HBO Max, has inked a new deal that promises more competition within the anime space, revealing a new agreement with major Japanese streaming service Unext. Warner Brothers Discovery has announced that its popular Max streaming service will become available in Japan via its local partner Unext. It's a well-known streaming service in Japan with several of the most popular anime titles of recent years, including Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, Solo Leveling, and many others.
Hmm.
This deal will be a quote two-way street, with Unext taking Max's content and Max taking some of Unex's content, which THR confirms will include anime. Warner Brothers Discovery president of Asia Pacific, James Gibbons, added that the company plans to increase its investment in Japanese anime through the studio model, which is most common in Japan. This follows the release of the recent Suicide Squad Isekai anime, as well as upcoming highly anticipated Warner Brothers involved anime series like ReZero Season 3
Hmm.
and Don Machi Season 5. Studios will create anime for Max's library, but Gibbons added that these will be available on other services. The partnership has already kicked off in Japan with late 2024 launch windows for Southeast Asia, Hong Kong, and Taiwan, and an early 2025 window for Australia. And so it's set to compete with platforms like Crunchyroll and Netflix,
Yep.
which is good. If nothing else, it might prompt Crunchyroll and Netflix to step up their quality,
Well,
ideally at least.
this is my take on it. Like, there is an anime. I don't remember the name of it because the title is uber long, but it's a Universal Studios anime. It's a Peacock. It should be on Peacock. It's Universal. It's Comcast. How do I know this? Before you watch the anime, it has the Universal Studios logo that comes up before you watch it, and it says underneath Comcast Company, which I absolutely so. I kind of feel like when Peacock started doing anime to deal with Retro Crush, I'm like, y'all have a fucking studio. Why isn't your shit on your service? And share the fucking wealth, you know? Like this whole
Mm-hmm.
Unext thing. I mean, like, yes, if Warner Brothers is getting involved in ReZero Season 3, if they're connected to the first two seasons, that should be on Max. Talk to Crunchyroll and drop the dub on there. Share and share alike. But you know what? There's going to be no sharing across the board. It's all about exclusivity because exclusivity generates fucking money. I strongly believe if three different series has it, everybody's going to make money. Like, you have an issue with Crunchyroll, but the series is on Max, so you Crunchyroll and you go to Max and you discover all this other stuff. I mean, like, when Sailor Moon Crystal first started, I was up at 5 a.m. with the squad. Crunchyroll shit the bed on that on streaming the first episode. my friend Charlene said, join us on Hulu. So I said, fuck it. I canceled my Crunchyroll subscription, whatever the free trial was, went over to Hulu, watched the episode, and I had a great time enjoying it. And then I saw, oh, other shows on it. So my at the time, you mean to tell me my $7.99 is getting me more than just anime? Well, I think I'm gonna be here for a while. Just spread the fucking wealth, people. That's all. That's all. So we're going to talk about a Genshin Impact collab. Now, we're not talking about the one from McDonald's. No, 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 no. We're talking about the Genshin Impact KFC collab. Evidently, they turned Colonel Sanders into a Bishie. And you know what the
What?
Well, Ari, please understand, this is not the first time Colonel Sanders has been turned into a Bishie. This is not the first time. Remember, there is a KFC dating sim with Colonel Sanders in it.
Oh boy.
And we talked about it on this show.
Oh, I remember all right.
Yeah. Can't confirm it was finger looking good or not because I didn't play it.
First night in my new place, and you've already done this to me.
I try. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So basically, it seems like several worldwide brands have been giving anime makeovers over the years, but one new video makes the anime aesthetic more than finger licking good. In conjunction with a popular online video game, Genshin Impact, a promotional anime short reimagines a fast food icon as a Genshin Impact fan, and it's Colonel fucking Sanders. There is, in this promotion with KFC, which is hitting Japan now, with Hoyoverse celebrating through a new video. This video shows Colonel Sanders in a high-octane and colorful world, complete with a semi-cyberpunk aesthetic, and it's sure to make anime fans both happy and hungry. Strangely enough, this is not the first crossover between the two brands, or even the first fast food collaboration general with Genshin Impact. This video in question has a young Colonel Sanders, still with the white hair, because I guess white hair is sexy, getting out of bed and ready for a full day of fun, flavor, and fried chicken. Oh, I would love to trade days with him. This legendary mascot is then seen putting on his familiar duds, with his surroundings and even his phone featuring a mix of KFC and Genshin Impact imagery. This includes a charm of Paimon from the game, albeit wearing a KFC-themed apron, as well as a little buddy creature. After getting ready and leaping out of his humble abode to engage in a bit of KFC parkour, he lands at his familiar restaurant, which is branded as KFC Genshin. Oh, God. The actual promotion involves KFC-themed costumes and accessories in the Genshin Impact game, or at least the Japanese version of it. KFC is especially popular in a popular Western fast food chain in Japan. Yeah, I told y'all about the time I went to get Christmas chicken, okay? I told y'all that story. With food from the restaurant even having become a Christmas tradition in the country, like I said. Due to this, there's been multiple crossovers and collabs between the restaurant and the various video game and anime franchises. The first mashup with Genshin Impact was back in 2021, with 2024 seeing the restaurant team up with Spy Family, as well as accelerate the compilation movie of Attack on Titan finale, with the latter of these promotional events taking place in China. Even the US has gotten in on it, the fast food action, as last month there was a Genshin Impact event from McDonald's, and it was basically something with the apple pies. I think it was just like, what the pies, you get like codes for stuff. I think that's what it was. Now, the $1 million question is this: who is going to cosplay Genshin Colonel Sanders at the next meetup? That's what I want to know.
You know, someone's going to.
I mean, look, do you remember Madoka Magica?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, for those of you who don't know, the fan subs for Madoka Magica were quite popular. And one thing about fan subs, sometimes the commercials were left in, and sometimes they were translated. One of the commercials in the Madoka Magica anime that was there was for an orange drink called Morning Rescue. And you hear them shout "Morning Rescue," and the guy comes in down on a rope wearing an orange jumpsuit and handing out these drinks and wearing a ball cap. At some of the Madoka cosplay shoots, people showed up as the Morning Rescue guy. If you don't believe me, Google search Madoka photo shoots Morning Rescue. You will see some of them. Especially if you one of a friend of ours, Washu, actually did the cosplay at one time. So there's that. And as we get back on track here, looks like Jimmy Choo is at it again with Sailor Moon and Mako. You like shoes, right?
No.
Wow, -1. Wow. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not a shoe girl.
Oh, and
Although
mhm.
there are some in this collection that I might be interested in.
And before you continue, Cedarberry says something regarding Colonel Sanders. More than when he was played by Mario Lopez. See, that's when you give Colonel Sanders a little salsa flair. Please continue.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, Sailor Moon has teamed up once more with Jimmy Choo for a new collection. This is including things other than shoes as well.
Hmm.
But this new collection also includes shoes signed by the original creator.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So this is an extensive collection of makeup bags, handbags, phone accessories, scarves, bracelets, hair accessories, and shoes and boots modeled after characters from the original series. So this collection is going to be released worldwide on October 9th. Um, The Sailor Moon official website adds that the theme for this collaboration was the story of how the Sailor soldiers save the world with the superpowers they unleash when they come together, and expresses the evolution of the Sailor soldiers, guided by the idea of transforming into something new through their unique personalities, style, heart, and friendship. This is what the creative director, Sandra Choi, shared. And she loves that the series represents the power that comes from women, the strength that comes from teamwork, and the belief in protecting what is good. So, Naoko Takeuchi actually released a statement stating the collaboration products with Jimmy Choo that were made for us in 2023, especially the pink crystal boots, were so cute that they knocked us out.
Hmm.
Both the Istan pop-up store and the Hong Kong street store were a glittering update of the world of the manga, and it was a fantastic space that kept me excited. I'm really happy that they collaborated again this year. I especially love the shoes of the Outer Warriors and the rainbow coloring. I'll definitely get the bracelet and vanity bag. Now you have to remember, she is very much into fashion. A lot of her original arts in her art books has the senshi in various styles from runways.
Yep.
Um,
And people
I
So
yeah,
it's prototype. It's the archetype of like fan art of your characters in you know this outfit or that outfit or like some sports like your favorite team's jersey or whatever.
sort of, but it was
Pretty much. I'm pretty sure she's gone on to say, especially in the art books, that she loves the way that it empowers a woman to be in outfits like that. I think one of the most famous would have to be of Sailor Pluto. I think everybody has seen that particular one.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
I don't think I do. Do you?
Yeah, I'll.
Can't find it?
No, I'm just trying to copy it. I found a copy.
You found a link?
Yeah, it's posted in our chat at twitch.tv/anime jam session.
Seen that particular piece of artwork. It is in the art books, and that is one of, as I said, one of the most popular ones, I think, just based on how often I see it, even outside of the context of Sailor Moon. So obviously the first collection released in 2023, including character-themed heels and purses, ranging between almost $1,300 and $1,800, while the purses were, almost $2,000. So you can expect that these are going to be in the same type of price range. But the bags are seriously adorable. They actually have art from directly from the manga. They have a series that is all of the senshi with a bag in their color, with a kind of pearl handle and a scene of that character from the manga. They've got a couple of larger bags that just have a bunch of scenes from the manga, both in color and in black and white. The most sparkly one, I think, is I'm assuming this is a bag, but it might be a phone charm of the P, and it is completely blinged out. There is one pair of shoes that looks like the entire thing is full of glitter. There are a couple of sneakers that, again, have art from the manga on them.
What about the big pink go-go boots?
There is a big pink go-go boot.
There you go.
I believe that it's actually supposed to be Chibiusa's boot. They have a gorgeous shoe for Neptune. They have a boot for Pluto. They have a boot for Saturn, and they have, I think it's gorgeous, a gorgeous boot for Uranus, as well as
snap her ankles in two, taking one step in those things.
Yeah, as well as a shorter kind of sneaker shoe that is also pink rhinestoned for what I'm guessing is Chibiusa. Bracelets, necklaces, everything, even the kind of scarves and everything, they all have art from the manga on them. So if you like the manga's art, if you like that style, this is definitely something that you want to look into. But again, unfortunately, this is not just a license for Sailor Moon, but it is a Jimmy Choo, and designer crap like this is very expensive already. So these are not going to be cheap.
It's going to hurt your wallet a lot.
Yes, and in about a month or so, you'll probably find the knockoffs for dollars on the pennies on the dollar on AliExpress and Temu.
Okay, so the Luna P, there is one that is just a normal looking Luna P and one that is blinged out. Those are actually clutches.
Okay.
So those are smaller bags. They do have phone holders. They have AirPod cases. They've got a couple of charms. They've got a hair clip. So it's a lot of really cute kind of stuff, but just be aware that it is not going to be one easy to get this stuff, but also not going to be cheap to get this stuff.
Yeah, I just remember the last. Well, I know outside of like the cosmetics collab, the last collab we had was with Vans last June. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah, because I packed my Venuses and took them with me to Japan. Okay. Now, before we continue, I have some breaking news. It looks like
How breaking are we talking?
there's going to be an anime convention at the Atlantic City Convention Center next year, June 13th to the 15th. Kamea-con.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Kamea-con, a very popular West Coast Dragon Ball convention, is coming to the East Coast.
Is it going to be at the convention center?
Yep, it's going to be at the it's going to be in the Sheraton and at the Atlantic City Convention Center. Well, it's going to be at the hotel, but let's be real, they're going to put stuff in the convention center anyway. But I just find it amusing that their dates, June 13th to the 15th. What convention is usually around that time of the year?
Yes.
Anime next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that somebody has taken up the old empty time for the convention center.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I hear it. I hear the death toll for anime next. I hear it, and it sounds so good.
Yeah, well,
They came in there like the Blue World Order shouting, "We're taking over."
Instead of buy the shirt, come to the con, come to the con, come to the con.
yeah, well, I'm going to assume that that means being able to meet up with certain people.
Yes.
So I'm perfectly okay with that.
As am I.
Could be a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely. I may have to do a Dragon Ball cosplay for this.
I wouldn't even know who to do for Dragon Ball cosplay.
And neither would I, really.
Well, we'll figure it out as the time comes.
Okay, I am not feeling well, so I'm going to bounce.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Hope you feel better.
See you next week.
Definitely.
All right, fam. Take care of yourself.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later.
Okay, just give me 1 second here. I have to things around. Okay. That up there. Let me change the overlay. I think I updated that overlay too.
There I am.
You saved it.
You can't get rid of me that easily.
There we go, and we're all set. Well, it looks like I have to fix the cut, like the borders, but that's fine. So I'll take care of that. So we're gonna hurry up and get things going, because I know you have to go soon yourself.
I mean, I can stick around for like. Obviously, I'm going to stick around for the rest of the show.
Yeah, but we should be done within the next 10-15 minutes, give or take.
Hmm.
And
I know you're going to want to take this next one.
yeah, and we got it timed up perfectly well because we're almost coming down to cutting room floor and strange news from Japan. Meanwhile in Japan, I just realized I forgot to run the update. So next update, perfect. And I definitely want to see this. Definitely. I apologize for the text overlaying each other. I was trying to shorten the title, but sometimes it's hard to shorten some article titles. So what we're talking about here is I just had the page. Here we go. Love Live School Idol Project. The Love Live School Idol musical is getting a live action drama next month. And the story takes place between two high schools located in Hyogo and Osaka. First live action drama series in the Love Live franchise, called Love Live School Idol Musical The Drama, will begin airing on MBS and other stations in Japan on November 21st, 2024. As the title suggests, the drama is based on the musical, the first musical series inspired by the franchise, not of the anime series, which is one I also want to watch as well. The musical tells a completely new story that follows an original coming-of-age drama featuring 10 girls from two different girls' schools: Tsubaki Sakahuna Girls High School in Hyogo and Takizakura Girls Academy in Osaka. It performed in Tokyo and in Osaka from December 22nd to January 2024. A new show is planned to be held at the Nihon Seininkan Hall in Tokyo in February 2025 and at the Shinjuku Kabukiza in Tokyo in April 2025. The script for the drama will be written by Koki Kishimoto, as in the musical, and directed by Keijiro Tsubakimoto and Hiroto Totsuka. So this is going to be pretty interesting. And I'm kind of surprised how simple the school uniforms were, because when you watch anime, sometimes those school uniforms are very intricate. I guess just it didn't matter. I'm all for it. So I think that's going to be kind of cool. And I'm hoping Crunchyroll gets the rights and puts distribution on it, because I would love to see it. I wonder if anyone's actually found the musical and actually subtitled it.
I'm sure if it's around there if you dig deep enough.
Probably. So. Right, and the last story is for you, my friend.
All right. Detective Conan anime celebrates Edogawa Rampo with two-part stories set at Rampo's home. Among the pantheon of modern Japanese storytellers are Ryunosuke Edogawa, Osamu Dazai, Natsume Sosuke, Haruki Murakami, and Edogawa Rampo. Almost inarguably the father of modern Japanese mystery novels. Best known for his Kokoro Akichi detective stories, his stories have inspired generations of Japanese readers. One such reader is Gosho Aoyama and his Detective Conan series, with his sorry about that. His Detective Conan characters named Conan Edogawa takes inspiration from Ranko and Sherlock Holmes' Arthur Conan Doyle, as Edogawa Rampo is a pen name, a wordplay on Edgar Allan Poe, as pronounced in Japanese. I didn't know that.
The more you know.
With his birthday just a month away, the official Twitter account for the Detective Conan anime series announced on September 20th that it's presenting a 2-episode special murder mystery set at the real-life Edogawa Rampo residence on November 16th and 23rd. The account also revealed a special visual for the episodes, which is pretty much a picture of Edogawa Rampo at his desk surrounded by books, only it's Conan there instead. And this is a nice piece of art here, I gotta admit.
All right, let me pull that page up again. It got minimized.
Too bad Mako dipped. She would have loved hearing about this.
Yeah, she'll probably listen to the podcast stream. Yeah, it is a
Mm-hmm.
nice picture, so I can see that.
Yeah. Oh god. So, what's next?
All right, cutting room floor. This is basically stories, articles that didn't hit the normal discussion. We just want to drop that in real quick and then moving on. And CWBeery
Mm-hmm.
says there's too much good TV coming out. It'll be tough to catch up. On a side note, since I don't have live TV anymore, I can't watch Law and Order or NCIS or Chicago shows on my normal. Wait till the following night. And the way my life has been lately watching television, I find myself doing that a lot more, so I'm perfectly okay with that. So, a couple of things hit the cutting room floor. The newest chapters for Hunter x Hunter will not be released weekly. Transformers is getting its first permanent store. We have a confirmation for season 2 of Free Ren, and Love Live Nijigasaki gets a visual novel for the Switch. As much as I am a fan of Love Live Nijigasaki, it's okay. It's okay. For
This
transform.
isn't doing it for you?
No, I mean I have Love Live. I have Sunshine. Superstar I should have bought, but I'm waiting for season 3 to drop. And then I will purchase like all 3 volumes to all 3 seasons together. That's what I'm waiting for. The Transformers permanent store will be in the UK. We let's see. I'm trying to see if it actually says where it's going to be in the UK. Um, it's going to be in the Hasbro branded store, which is not yet open to the public. The Battersea Power Station, Circus Road West, Nine Elms, London. I kind of wish I was in the UK this week because some of my work peoples are there. So, I always had a chance to go, but things didn't work as planned. But it is what it is. I don't mind. What else do we have here? Hunter x Hunter chapters. I think it might be monthly now. So, let's see. Manga updates from chapter 20 is on chapter 400, which was released 2 years ago. Looks like it'll be released when available. So there's that. The Hunter x Hunter fandom is strong and loyal. I love that. All right, now that we got that out the way, let's get into Meanwhile. This is the part of the show that we talk more about the more offset stories. That's the stuff that y'all kind of stick around for. So, player's choice, Ari.
I think I'll go with the first one.
Okay. I'll take the last one for obvious reasons.
Okay.
Mm.
Anime Song Festival attendee arrested for attempted murder, allegedly. Police arrested a 38-year-old employee from Sagamihara in the Kanagawa Prefecture, Japan, after he attempted to murder a man at the Nagano Aniera the 2024 Anime Song Festival on September 22nd at the Komaba Park in Saku in Nagano Prefecture. God, I hate these round sentences and articles. The suspect stabbed the victim multiple times following a dispute over having the same favorite voice actor.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Wait, they have this... If they have the same... Like, he stabbed them because they have the same favorite?
Yes.
Wouldn't they be, like... Wouldn't that mean they'll just be marking out over the same person together?
Yes, but some Japanese fans are very possessive. We've discussed idol stories on this show.
Oh, I'm well aware of that. But I feel like this is the Japanese equivalent of they're not gonna fuck you.
Probably.
Anyway, the suspect confessed he intended to kill the man, but according to investigators, he may have intended to target a different person who he had a long grudge against, but mistakenly attacked the victim. Good God, what, like, good God, this is some serious fandom brain rot, and I
Yeah,
need, and I need a goddamn drink.
yeah, I think.
Oh, and the second day was canceled and people got their monies back.
Hmm. And sometimes y'all think of us Americans are out do some outlandish shit, and then you come across this, and you're just like, oh. But how about something more light? How about the fact that you can get a potato chip flavored fried chicken at convenience stores in Japan?
Do what now?
Yeah, potato chip flavored fried chicken.
Huh.
Popular convenience store chain Lawson is doing that. They're releasing potato chip flavored fried chicken, the Karage Kun Consomme Double Punch flavor, as it's called. This limited time flavor is actually a team up between Lawson and Japanese potato chip maker Calbee, and Calbee chips are amazing. They are a premium price, but they're worth it. Calbee, whose consomme double punch potato chips have been one of Japan's favorites since their debut in 1978. That means Lawson's Karage-kun, which is already juicy and flavorful in its standard version, gets a boost of powdered beef and onion consomme to make it super savory. Of course, if you're combining your fried chicken and potato chips into one snack, that means more space in your stomach and budget, as a Karage consumed double punch is only 259 yen, which translates to $1.85. So if you're a fan of the taste of consomme double punch, might Lawson interest you in a consomme double punch croquette, which is 108 yen, made with Hokkaido mashed potato and Calbee chip seasoning. Ooh, I would definitely try it. And there's also a Super Cup series of instant yakisoba noodles with the same flavor for 318 yen, which I would probably say is about $2, a little bit over $2. Lawson's also recognizes, however, that sometimes when chip cravings hit, there's no substitute for the real deal, which is why they're also stocking both a throwback version recreating the flavor of the original 1978 version of Calbee's Consomme Double Punch chips, as well as a reformulated new version, which ups the amount of beef flavor. Oh, excuse me. So that's kind of cool. It's a retro bag of taste and a new bag of taste. It's like Coke with high fructose corn syrup and Coke with cane sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And in a totally logical promotion, if you purchase either the consomme double punch fried chicken or croquettes before September 30th, you receive a coupon valid from October 7th for 20 yen off the chips. That's nice. The whole lineup is on sale and tempting everyone at Lawson's branches nationwide. That's one thing I miss about Japan.
I gotta be real with you. When I first glanced at the article, I thought it was like fried chicken you cook with potato chips. I'm like thinking, oh, they do that trick over there too.
Mm-hmm.
Like using cornflakes as not batter, breadcrumbs.
Yeah. People use
It's a
tortillas and all
next
that
step
stuff too.
from that. That's what I remember from it as a kid.
Yeah, definitely.
Make them especially crunchy.
I mean, I like how thick the breading is, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm getting tired, which means I think it's time for us to get the heck out of here.
Yeah, works for me.
Definitely. Let me cue up our outro theme, and I'll run the rundown, and we can get up on out of here. So if you like tonight's show, tell a friend. They in turn will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent podcasters, and streamers. So what we like and don't like, we're telling you straight up. So if you have any questions about the show, drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. We're here to believe you. Don't forget to check our I keep forgetting I changed the outro, so my mind is so wired to tell you about the website, but I'll tell you about that in a bit. But for now, check out our podcast, available wherever podcasts are available for download. You can find us on Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere. Just search Anime Jam Session, and you'll see all of our episodes. So download and check them out. And what's cool is some of these podcasting apps allow you to leave a review. So if you could, drop us a review. We greatly appreciate that, you know? Don't forget to check out our website at animejamsession.com, where you'll find not just our weekly podcast, you'll find anime reviews, editorials, cosplay tips and tricks, cosplay interviews, links to our YouTube and Facebook page of cosplay and convention coverage, videos, all that and a lot more. All of that at animejamsession.com. And don't forget to follow us on our social media pages, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Follow us enough so you know when we're going live, when we have updates, new articles, all that, and then some. And just so you know, I am working on Anime NYC photos. I am hoping to have half of them done this week, and next week to have the rest of them done and get them up there. I apologize for the delay. Like I said, I moved and other stuff's been going on, so I'm just trying to find time. And if you can, throw money in our tip jar. You can go down to our links down below for our tip jars for Stream Elements, Streamlabs, and Ko-Fi. If you want, you can cheer us on with bits, or you can sub to the channel and give out gift subs. We appreciate every little thing because all that goes a long way to keep the site going and so forth. So now we're going to go around the room. Last words, Ari.
Yeah, it'd be nice to not have to work overnights this week. That's been especially killing me.
I hear ya. My last words is, it's kind of small in here. Well, that is it. End of list. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. Hopefully, Mako-chan will be feeling a lot better, and I believe Barry will be joining us, and hopefully you'll be here with us too. We're gonna go. So, I'm Ranma.
And I'm Ari.
Great fight, great night. See you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Say goodnight, Ari.
Good night, Ari.
And I'll drop it in there too. Good night, Ranma. It was fun tonight. Check y'all out. See y'all next week.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!